am I the only one that kind of knew that this was going to happen? Because sooner or later, since the whole story of the whole writer strike thing in Hollywood broke out, toy companies, entertainment companies are just going on strikes until things get sorted out. But I knew, I just had a feeling that this was going to happen, you know. But at the same time, things could go from bad to worse, you know. The one part of me thinks that everything is going to be fine, but then another part tells me is that they're going to continue to delay stuff until like 2 years later. That's like 2 years too late, don't you think? And so there might be a reason for them to actually call off next year. I know this can't be because of the whole writer strike thing in Hollywood. That there's a reason for them to actually just stop everything, right? I mean, at least tell us something. Hasbro's Power Rangers Lightning Collection to take a break in 2024. For how long though? I mean, Hasbro just brought the company in 2018. So they gotta at least give us something new every day. But the comics, the video games, the Jonathan and Twizzle project. But what about Cosmic Fury? I mean, we know it's gonna come out this fall this year. I just hope it doesn't have a negative effect because of the writer strike thing. Because this month has been nothing but stressful. I mean, this is really, really scary, but I'm kind of concerned of what the future is going to be for the franchise. At least they're still working on the Jonathan and Twizzle project. For nearly 5 years, Hasbro has released minifigures and roleplay items for the popular Power Rangers Lightning Collection toy line. Launched in 2019, during their first year of owning the franchise, it has gone strong with 150 plus characters coming to life. However, that might now be put on a bit of a hold as claims of Hasbro taking a break on releases for this line are now making their way around. Like I said, we just got some news that the Lightning Collection figures of the Omega Rangers are coming out soon. We got our first image, our first look at the Cosmic Fury Megazord, the lunch boxes, backpacks. So what now? Like, do you not want us to know anything? Now all of a sudden I'm hearing things about them fighting for the streaming services like Netflix and all of that. Like, what is going on in Hollywood, bro? Usually by this point in the year, there will be casting slides, name leaks, and more that haven't happened at this time around. And with production officially confirmed to be leaving New Zealand, all signs are pointing to no season 31 in the works currently. I think that's the one thing that really interests me, because even though they're leaving New Zealand, which is I'm glad they're doing, because I think a lot of us have been wanting change for years because bad editings and the bad writings and all of that. Thankfully in Cosmic Fury you're not going to see none of that, even though it's a short season, short but sweet. No filler, no morals of the day, nothing but action, nothing but straight to the point. And I like that. So at least they're giving us some good, things about Cosmic Fury as a whole. Usually around this time of year, there will also be leaks, toy listings for upcoming Lightning Collection figures, as the production timeline of 12 to 18 months for these figures leads to stories and other means leaking certain information of what's in the works a long time in advance. That has also not happened this year. Can now be reported that most likely Hasbro will be taking some time, maybe up to a year off, for new items in this time. I think that's a bit scary because, a lot of us want to know what is going on, you know, with the Lightning Collection, what's going to come out. Are they going to show us new images of Cosmic Fury Rangers, Omega Rangers, and or even a Jonathan Entwistle Rangers? Why not make a mid Lightning Collection figure? Trini's daughter. Why not make her an action figure? That is the one thing I want to see. But I feel like all of this has everything to do with the writer's strike, and it's so obvious to me that Hasbro is gonna take their time putting out the, you know, products. So maybe they'll just figure out a way to do something, you know. This doesn't mean the Lightning Collection figures is ending forever, despite constant discounts and clearness suggesting low sales and a vast history of fan complaints about quality control. The line has remained popular throughout its run. Even if a break is indeed on the way, Hasbro most likely would look to bring it back. You know, I might have to take back some of the stuff I said about this being the concern about what is the future of the franchise. It's still there, but it's just certain things that need to be worked out with the controls and fans complaining about bad articulations, bad paint jobs, and when it comes to the Megazords, the Zord Z project, it has some mixed reception. Some like it and some didn't, you know. But for the most part, I do believe in my gut that they're gonna probably take their time with the project, and hopefully it'll come out better than it did before. I mean, at least the remastered Lightning Collection edition of the Mighty Morphin Rangers are doing well. You got some well-received reviews of it. Even though Zach's head sculpture is still questionable, it's not looking like the actor. That's just my main issues I have with it though, but the rest of the figures themselves look pretty cool because they were able to stay close to the source material, and I still don't understand why they didn't use Austin St. John's head sculpture. Or you could have just used his head, used the same one from the first release. I don't know. The ideal situation would be for the line to return with the Saw relaunch alongside a Reboot production currently being developed by Jonathan Entwistle and Jenny Clan for Netflix. Status on those projects have been very slow since their announcements in 2019 and 2022 respectively, and with the current WGA and SAG strike going on, nothing on these will be able to occur for a while more. But yesterday they came out with some new information about the Inputal Project. It's still in development. They're still gonna be in pre-production in November this year. So there is still hope for us. So nothing has been lost yet. So just don't panic as usual, because I'm seeing a lot of thumbnails on YouTube saying how this is the end, this and that. Relax, people. It's not going anywhere. So this time, in a more positive way, taking action to correct the many issues that have plagued the releases so that way interest and sales can improve. Ever since the change in the production from China to Vietnam at the beginning of 2022, many issues from duplicate, missing pieces, paint issues, and breakage have been widespread. I mean, at least they have been listening to the fans on YouTube where they did some reviews of it. You know, just try to make sure that nothing goes wrong. But if they are gonna take a year off for 2024, I'm not saying that it's the right thing to do, but I'm just saying that if you could just take some time off to improve with your product. Well, I can't even talk right. My mouth is so dry. If you could just somehow take your time with the product, you know, without rushing it, I think fans are gonna end up appreciating it even more. Whether it's gonna be the releases of Cosmic Fury Rangers, the Omega Rangers, or the Jonathan Entwistle Rangers, or even Min Quan. Like, make her a debut in the Lightning Collection. I think Charlie Kirk is gonna end up loving it. So why not give that to us? The only official statement Hasbro has released in regards to this potential slowdown is actually against the idea of this as limited collection as listed among 2024 product lines, reverting back to including plastic, and also the change that the decision to freeze things was more recent. You know, I think I might have to stop reading the Illuminary articles because sometimes when I read it, the grammars are just so hard for me to pronounce, which is why I'm having a hard time, I'm having a hard time reading certain things because the grammars are just off and it's hard for me to get the words out. So that's why you see me edit some stuff out, so you wouldn't see me struggle raw, you know what I'm saying? Here's my overall thoughts on this. 2023 started off good with announcements, Lightning Collection figures, Boom Studios comics, fighting games coming out this year, trailers and announcements, movies in productions, Deadpool 3, Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, and now all of a sudden, everything is shutting down. And yesterday, I said that the writer's strike is the new pandemic. I meant that with a blink of an eye. It is. Now, toy companies are taking a break because of what happened. This sucks. This literally sucks as a Power Rangers fan, a fan of all franchises that you want to see keep going, and now all of a sudden, this is a lot worse than 2020. If y'all want the article, the link will be down below, so you guys can check it out. But like I said, these are just my overall thoughts, and I guess they could just take the time they need to just get things together, improve on the articulations, missing paints, breakage, and all of that. Just do what you got to do to get the job done. So I don't know how I feel about it, but let me know what y'all thoughts are in the chat, and I'm gonna catch y'all.